Hello, everyone from the interwebs. I thought it would be fun to recount funny experiences from my school experiences. I just finished K through 12, graduated the year funnier than 24, 25. Shout out to you if you understood that reference. But we'll start off with a story from elementary school. We're going way back. So one time I was in class, in math class to be specific, and my teacher asked a question that had something to do with degrees. She was like, "Oh, how many degrees would this be?" And I said 180 or 360. I said one of the two. I may have said 90, but the reason I could answer that was because I had recently started skateboarding by that point in time, and there's obviously tricks in skateboarding that involve doing 180s and 360s, and turning, rotating's a big deal in skating, right? But when she asked me, how do I know that? And I said skateboarding, she looked at me as if I had caused her permanent mental damage. It was crazy, dude. The switch up was absolutely nuts. She was like all the joy she had was just drained out of her. I don't know what the word skateboarding, it must be like a trigger word for her, because dude, I don't know. It's like Winter Soldier initiated. Like, it was insane. Anyway, it was bad to the point where I tried to answer another question later on in the day, and then she was like, nuh-uh, you're done. She had that kind of vibe going on, when white moms get really snappy, and they're like, it's usually like a power trip situation, no. That's what it was like, basically. Anyway, we'll stay in the elementary school for this next story. We had a special needs kid in our class, and he was a chill guy. Everybody loved him. But one of the reasons we liked this guy was because they would play these scholastic covers of popular songs in our school. So one of the covers that they would play was Rolling in the Deep by Adele, but instead of Rolling in the Deep's lyrics, it was lyrics pertaining to the seven habits of highly effective leaders. That was a big deal in my elementary. I don't know if that was a thing for anyone else's elementary school, but that's what we did. Anyways, we had this special needs kid in our class who could hit those notes. He may have been Adele incarnate. It was, oh man, if you guys could have heard, sometimes he would start singing it out of the blue, and we would all just think that the actual video was playing. It was crazy. There were multiple occasions where I had friends look at me like, he's good. He's really good. Wow. It was cool. Man. Oh man. Okay. That was fun. That was pretty funny because you would never expect him to just be able to hit those notes. But he could do it. He would do it. This next story comes from middle school, and so basically what was happening is actually pretty annoying for me. So I would have my lunch. I would bring my own lunch to middle school every day. And there was a period of time where I just wouldn't have a drink in my lunchbox. But I knew that I had been getting drinks. I knew that I was starting the day with drinks in my lunchbox, because I know my mom was making my lunches, and she wouldn't let me not have a water or a Gatorade or something. She would always put a drink in there, because my mom's the GOAT. Shout out to mom. I got the best mom in the world. Anyway, I went for an extended period of time just not knowing why I didn't have drinks in my lunchbox, but it wasn't a big enough issue to me for me to talk to mom about it. or at least, not take it super serious. So anyways, one day I'm in band class, and I find this kid like sneaking around my little area where I had all my stuff, and he's pulling out this Gatorade that I had in my lunchbox. And I call him out on it, and he's just like, I'm a pack rat. I'm a pack rat. And that was his only explanation as to why he was doing any of this. I was like, so it's like, are you thirsty? Do you need, like, if you need this more than I do? He's like, I'm a pack rat. I'm a pack rat. That was what this kid was doing. And first off, it was hilarious. Second, no one knew how to react to him doing this. Anyway, it turns out the weirdest thing, this kid wasn't even drinking the Gatorades. He was just like keeping them for no reason. Why are you taking them if you're not gonna drink them? A bunch of unopened Gatorades just for no reason, bro. It was crazy. It was actually crazy. Anyway, we'll jump over to high school now. High school time. So one time, I was actually driving to the gym. I had more leniency in my schedule because I think this was my senior year, but this must have been like after the school day. I was driving to the gym, and there's this one street corner where protesters like to set up shop and just yell a bunch of shenanigans. But on the opposite corner of the protest street, we had the high school cheerleaders like advertising for their fundraiser. So it kind of just looked like they were like protesting Gaza on the street, dude. Because they were so excited. They had the same energy as the Gaza people. Give me a G, A, Z, A, Gaza. Bro, it was insane to me that they had chose that day to do their advertising. But it was hilarious. It was hilarious. They weren't protesting Gaza, but it's funny to think they were. And it's a crazy coincidence that both of those things just so happened to line up. Anyway, we got one more story from high school. So your boy had recently started adjusting his diet, eating more fiber. Too much fiber. So much so that it gave me, we'll say unwanted bowel movements. We'll call it that. Anyway, I was trying to talk to the huzz, right? And I had to let one out. I had to do it, right? There was no stopping this. But my friend was next to me, and he didn't know that I was having some issues, right? So I let one out. And then my friend is like, oh, it smells like eggs up in here. Why does it smell like eggs? But then the huzz looks at me like, part of me was worried for a moment. I was like, oh shoot, does she know? Does she know who it was? But no, it turns out she couldn't smell anything. So she just thought my friend was being a doofus. Dude, I lucked out right then because, dude, the wind did not blow it anywhere her direction, only towards my friend. So my friend just looked like an insane person. Also, she was like standing up, and the wind was blowing like a different. So like she probably wouldn't have smelled it anyway. But I lucked out regardless. Anyway, those are some funny high school, middle school, elementary school stories. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to make more videos like this that are just kind of funny, and I get to yap to the camera. So, yeah. See you guys.